Hello everyone, let us continue the questions based on the application of linear equation, that is solving the word problem. In this video, we will discuss the word problem based on the area and the parameter and the angle of a triangle. Okay, so let's read out the first question. One side of a triangle is 7 inches more than the first side. One side of a triangle is 7 inches more than the first side. The third side is 4 inches less than the 3 times of the first. The perimeter is 28 inches. Perimeter is 28 inches. Find the length of 3 sides of a triangle. So it is important to read the question first to understand what you have to find. So what they are asking, find the length of 3 sides of a triangle. So if you are having a triangle with sides of length say A, B and C, then they are asking you to find the length of 3 sides A, B and C. Okay, so we have to find the value of A, B and C. Okay, what is given? So length of the sides of a triangle, it's involved in the parameter. So you can see that the parameter is given to be 28 inches. So they say the parameter, if I denote the parameter by P, is because of this equal 28. Okay, so what they have given, parameter P, which is given by the formula A plus B plus C. Okay, this is the formula for parameter. So what is given that? This is the formula. It is given that the parameter is 28 inches. Okay. So what this gives you, if we use these two, this gives us the value of A plus B plus C is 28. Okay. You need to remember this rule that parameter is given by this. Okay. Let's find out what else is given. This is plus. One side of a triangle is 7 inches more than the first side. So let's denote any one of A, B or C as a first side. So let's say if I say A as first side. Okay, so first side, let's A. Okay, so one side. So if this is first side, choose B or C as any other side. Okay, so one side, let's B. One side of a triangle, again you have is, means equal, 7 inches. What you use for more than? Plus the first side. So one side of a triangle is 7 inches more than the first side. We are denoting the first side as A. So what this gives you if you write from this side? A, B is equal to A plus 7. Or rewriting, we can write it as A plus 7 equal B. Okay? Or you can keep it in the same form. Fine? Now, next. The third side. We have already used A, we have used B. So now what we left with? C. The third side is means equal 4 inches less than means minus 3, 4 inches less than 3 for times what we use? Multiplication. The first. So what is the first side? A. So what this gives you, if we write from here, 3A minus 4 is equal to C. C equal to 3A minus 4. Okay. Now, if we solve A plus B plus C equal to 28 by using these values of B and C, we see that B is in terms of A, C is in terms of A. We will get an equation in terms of A. So let's see how we work. A we keep same. In place of B, let's write A plus 7. In place of C, write 3A minus 4. This is equal 28. So what we have done in place of B, we have used the value A plus 7. And in place of C, we have used the value 3A minus 4 without changing A. So you have 3A plus A plus A. So 5A and 7 minus 4 is 3 equal 28. So this gives you 5A is 28 minus 3, which is 25. So dividing both sides by 5, this gives you A is equal to 5. Fine. Once you have A equal to 5, let's write it here. A is 5. You got one side because we have to find both A, B and C, all three. Now B, by this relation we know that A plus 7. So this will be 5 plus 7. That gives you 12. What is C? 3A minus 4. So 3 times 5 minus 4. 15 minus 4. So C is 11. So in this way you got all three values. A is 5, B is 12 and C is 11. To check your answer, when you add A, B and C, you will get 28. Okay. Let us work on the next question. What it says, a rectangle has a length that we say denote by, that is, it's denoted by L, that is means equal 5 centimeter more than width. Let's denote the width by W. So what this gives? A rectangle. Rectangle is this shape. Okay. So a rectangle has length which is 5 times more than width. So if this is W, this will be L. Okay. Now the parameter. What is the parameter of rectangle? The parameter P is given by 2 times W plus L. You need to know this formula. Okay. So what is given? The parameter of rectangle is 38. Parameter is 38. So it means 2 times W plus L is equal to 38. Okay. Now the value of L we can substitute from here. So this gives you 2 times W plus 5 equal 38. See, I have used the notation L and W. You can use any alphabets. Okay. Now, so what this gives you? 2 times 2W plus 5 is equal to 38. Now, to simplify, what you can do, you can distribute this 2 inside, or since it's a whole bracket here, you can divide both sides by 2. So this gives you 2W plus 5 is equal to 19. Taking 5 on the other side, you get the value of 2W as 14. That gives you W as 7. Okay. Now, what you have to find? Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Dimensions means they are asking what is L and what is W. So you got W is equal to 7, and using this relation L, which is W plus 5, that is 7 plus 5, it is 12. So these are the dimensions of the rectangle. Okay. If we consider the next one, it says two smaller angles of a right triangle have equal measure. So first you should know what is a right triangle. Right triangle is a triangle with one of the angle as 90 degree. So suppose this is the triangle. Okay. This angle is 90 degree. So let's say A, B and C. Okay, this is a right angle triangle. We know that sum of internal angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now one of the angle B is 90 degree. So angle A plus 90 degree plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. So angle A plus angle C is equal to 90 degree because it is 180 minus 90. So whenever they say right triangle, do this calculation. Okay. So we reach up to here. Now let's read out what is given. The two smaller angles. Two smaller angles. So it means angle A and angle C. Because B is 90 degree, this is the maximum one. Because how do you know it's smaller? Because B itself is 90 and sum of these two is 90. So definitely these two are smaller. Now what it says, it is having equal measure. So it means the two smaller angles, angle A is equal to angle C. Means whatever is the value of angle A, same is the value of angle C. Then you have to find the measure of all three angles. So it means you have to find the value of angle A, angle B and angle C. Angle B already we have assumed it to be 90 degree because it's a right triangle. So one angle is 90 degree and we name that angle as B. Okay. Now using this angle A is angle equal angle C here. Let's see what we get. We use this, we get angle A plus angle A is equal to 90 degree because A and C are same. So 2 times angle A is equal to 90 degree. See, we write like this to denote angle. And then inside we write the name. Okay, just for your information. So dividing both sides by 2, we get angle A is 45 degree. So we have here 45 degree. So what will be angle C? Yes, it will be 45 degree again because A is equal to C. Angle C, which is angle A, equal 45 degree. Let us see one more question. Then I believe the concept will be clear to you. Now, the angles in a triangle are such that one angle is twice the smallest angle, while third angle is 3 times as large as the smallest angle. Find the measure of all three angles. Okay, so here they are not talking about a right triangle like the previous question. Here they just mention the triangle. Okay, so let's draw the triangle. Let us write this as the triangle. Let this be A, B and C. Here it's not mentioned that it is a right angle triangle, so we don't know the measure of any of the angle. Okay, now, so it's having three angles. So they want us to find the measure of all three angles. Like angle A, we have to find. We have to find what is angle B and angle C. Okay, now let's read what is given. The angles in a triangle are such that one angle, so let's say angle A is means equal. Twice, twice means to multiply, 2 times the smallest angle. Now, since we already used A for one angle, now we have to use any other angle as the smallest angle. So let's say B is the smallest angle. Okay, let's assume angle B is smallest angle. So you can even use angle C, no problem. But you use only one of them. So what is here? One angle is twice the smallest angle. So if we read this, one angle is twice the smallest angle. What this will give you? Angle A is 2 times angle B. Okay, reading next. While the third angle, now A and B used. So what is left? Angle C. Angle C is means equal 3 times. 3 times means 3 multiply as large as means 3 times as large as the smallest angle. As large as means it is 3 times bigger than the smallest angle. Smallest angle, what we have used notation? Angle B. So if we form the equation for this, angle C is 3 times as large as the smallest angle. So this will give you angle C is equal to 3 times angle B. Okay. So here they used only single word twice and they use 3 times as large as. Okay. Or they can simply write 3 times the smallest angle. So it's the same thing. Okay. So we got these two things from the question. Now, based on our knowledge, we know that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree, irrespective of whether the triangle is a right angle triangle or not. Okay. Now, use the value of A and C from here. So, substitute A and C in terms of B. So, this gives you 2 angle B plus angle B plus 3 times angle of B is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Note that when you are writing, this angle B is together. It's not LB. Okay. If you face problem in writing this, you can simply use A, B or C. Okay. So 2 plus 1 plus 3. What I mean is, you can simply write like, no need to write this angle notation. Simply use B everywhere. Both are fine. Okay. So you don't use it here. So, but maintain the thing like if you are using it without angle, so use it without angle. Okay. So, what this gives you 2 plus 1 plus 3. 6b is equal to 180 degree. So, to find b, divide both sides by 6. So, b is equal to 30 degree. We measure angles in degrees. That's why I have used 30. So, we got angle B, the smallest angle, as 30 degree. We have to still find A and C. So, using this, what you have? A is equal to 2B, which is 2 into 30. So, which is 60. So, this implies A is equal to 60 degree. Okay. And using this, C is equal to 3B. That is 3 times 30, which is 90. So, this implies C is 90 degree. Okay. So, A is 60 degree and C is 90 degree. Again, it turns out to be a right angle triangle. Okay. I hope it's clear.